So we owned this car for a month, and this is my comprehensive review of Volkswagen Atlas 2024R, which means exec line, or the best set of features you can ever buy. It's important to understand that we own the same car back home in Ukraine, but then war happened and we didn't even had time to enjoy that car. But it was 2018 max package, like the best package ever. This car is 2024 the best package, which is called exec line. In Europe, those cars called R line, and you can literally see R here, but they call it exec line for some reason. It should have been E here probably. It's all feels the same except this part, and let's talk about this part first. First of all, you have this, the whole part where you can put stuff. Second, this is your gear shifter, and this is the first model where you don't have a stick. Minimum amount of physical switches, buttons, etc. Everything is sensor. So for example, to change temperature you need to do this or go to your settings. To change the volume you need to just slide here. From what I can remember, steering wheel hasn't changed that much. There's no green and a red button here to pick up and put down the phone. This is adaptive cruise control. Not only sets the speed and brakes all the way up to full stop if there's a car in front of you which stopped, so and then it will start the car going up to the speed that you set. But there's also a lane, I don't know what's the feature called, but it keeps your car in the lane, and if the highway turns slightly, the steering wheel will follow. Basically it means that the only thing that you need to do is hold the steering wheel, because it won't allow you to let it go. But if you let it go for like 10-20 seconds, the car will drive itself. Then it will like signal you, hey you idiot, take the steering wheel. 12 speakers, Harman Kardon with a subwoofer in the back. Kinda like wooden paneling, but that's a plastic that looks like wood. This is leather, this is leather, this is leather, this is leather, this is leather. Like leather is everywhere. In this package, all 3 rows of seats are leather. Not a big fan of everything sensor in the car, but even this thing is like, how do you supposed to, this is not comfortable, so I end up doing it with this bone. So you close it and close the sunroof. Obviously you have seat heating, seat ventilation, second row seat heating only. It takes touch even to turn on or dim light. All of the lights inside, not a big fan. This thing opens, you have 2 USBs here, USB-C here. I have a cable, pretty convenient. I have a Wi-Fi, as you can see. This is wireless charging for your phone, but I don't use it for 2 reasons. Any phone you put here, you have to slide it a little bit further to make sure the sensor is covered and the charging happens. But when you're driving and the car shakes a little, your phone slides down and the charging stops. So you cannot really count on this wireless charging. So you put the phone there and then you think like, oh, I'm gonna charge my phone, and then you end up never charging it. It could be frustrating. And if you do put it the right way and it will start charging, the phone gets heated up so bad that it's literally like hot. I don't know if it's a fast charging or whatever, but it's so hot that I worry about my phone, never doing it. Cup holders are great. You even have a little light in them. You don't have a heating or cooling of your cup holders, but in my opinion, you don't need those, because usually you carry around something like this and you don't want to heat or cool this thing. You have two screens, one here and one here. Obviously, wireless CarPlay or Android Auto. You can use any media sources you want. You have a lot of information about the vehicle available here. The feature that I'm most excited about, not most, but it's pretty exciting just because I never knew that they install something like that in cars, especially big cars. So if you have a big car, you have a lot of kids in the back, and they tend to fart a lot. You know, kids fart, and you are in the car at the same time. But what you can do, so you go to your climate settings and press Air Care. In a matter of one tap, you can see that it changes the air in the whole car. This means the new air replaces the old one. And I'll tell you two things. First, when you have two kids who kind of like compete who farts more, freaking that thing saves your life. It removes like 95% of the smell. But also if you're in Canada like I am, and you drive a highway or a country road and you passed by a skunk or a dead skunk or whatever, you know that the smell holds in your car for like a good 5 minutes of your drive. So Air Care removes 100% of that smell. So yeah, you can tell that I'm very excited about that feature. Any car we owned, we had a cable for passenger seat to charge a phone, and I was really frustrated that it is just hangs around like this. In this car, you can put it back and just close the lid. If you are a car maker or a car designer, hear me out. You don't want piano black in your car, all right? You don't. I know you put this material just to impress clients in the car dealership, and it does look great when it's new and shiny, but it's freaking the most unpractical material ever. First of all, it always looks dirty, but in time, you will have all that part scratched. It just doesn't look good. You have lights here. You have lights here. Obviously, you have millions of ways to set your chair, even your back support. You also have 3 presets. This thing is leather, but even if it's hot in car, your hand doesn't stick to it. Any previous car, I would put like some blanket here just because my hand stick to it and sweats, but you have plenty of space here, another USB, like this thing is big. And also you have another storage here. I believe this is for your glasses, and the storage here. A lot of space here. A lot of space. This is a big car. Sensor lights, heated wind covers, windshield, window covers, whatever. With your third row down, there's so much space in the trunk, that's not even funny, like it's huge. You have 2 USBs here, storage for your phone, put it like this, put something here, cup holders, and even 12-volt port. Have lights here, plenty of room over here, same thing here, no USBs on that side. And the storage here is smaller, cup holders the same. You have AC in the back. This is how you pull your third row. 1, 2. Then you can put these things up. People online keep telling me that it looks like a droid from Star Wars. I guess so. That's all leather too. Even if your third row is up, which is the case for our family almost 99% of the times, you still can put a lot of stuff here, like stroller, I mean a lot of stuff.